Psychology. During the Renaissance. The dawn of modern thought. Introduction. The Renaissance as intellectual rebirth. The Renaissance, from the French word renaître, meaning rebirth, refers to a pivotal era in European history spanning the 13th to the 16th centuries AD. This period marked the transition from the medieval world to the modern age, characterized by a renewed interest in classical knowledge, empirical observation, and human potential. Burke, 2000. Following the intellectual stagnation of the Middle Ages, often referred to as the Dark Ages, 5th–11th centuries AD, the Renaissance reinvigorated inquiry across science, philosophy, and the arts. During the medieval period, the pursuit of knowledge had been largely subordinated to religious doctrine. Problems were resolved through theological reasoning rather than scientific observation, and Aristotelian empiricism was marginalized in favor of Platonic idealism. Lindbergh, 2007. However, the Renaissance shifted this paradigm. Scholars began actively seeking out ancient texts and classical knowledge, leading to significant advancements in a range of disciplines including botany, zoology, alchemy, astrology, and early on psychology. Porter, 2002. Scientific luminaries such as Leonardo da Vinci and Galileo Galilei built upon ancient sources and initiated new methods of observation and experimentation. This intellectual revival also fostered the development of psychological ideas that would pave the way for modern psychology. René Descartes, 1596–1650. The philosopher of dualism and rationalism, René Descartes, a French philosopher, mathematician, and scientist, emerged as one of the central figures of Renaissance intellectual life. His work bridged medieval scholasticism and the emerging modern scientific method, profoundly influencing both psychology and philosophy. Life and intellectual contributions. Born in 1596, Descartes lived during the height of the Renaissance and contributed across multiple fields. A former soldier turned scholar, he laid the groundwork for analytical geometry through the development of Cartesian coordinates, significantly influencing mathematics. Clarke, 2006. In the realm of science and psychology, he was among the first to systematically apply rationalism and skepticism as methodologies for understanding human behavior and mental processes. Methodological skepticism and the search for certainty. Descartes is most famously associated with methodological skepticism, the idea that knowledge must begin by doubting all that can be doubted. In Meditations on First Philosophy, 1641, Descartes argued that all sensory experience could be deceptive. Thus, any belief based on the senses was subject to doubt. Yet, in the very act of doubting, Descartes found certainty, the existence of the self as a thinking being. This led to his famous philosophical assertion, Cogito ergo sum, I think therefore I am. Descartes, 1641–1996. According to Descartes, this truth was indubitable because the very act of thinking confirmed the existence of the thinker. This premise became the cornerstone of Cartesian rationalism and a key influence on the development of cognitive psychology. The mind-body dichotomy. Dualism. Descartes proposed that human beings are composed of two distinct substances, res cogitans, the thinking substance or mind, res extensa, the extended substance or body. This division of the self into mind and body became known as Cartesian dualism, a concept that continues to inform debates in philosophy of mind and psychology. Robinson, 2020. Descartes asserted that the mind is immaterial and immortal, while the body is a material machine governed by physical laws. This view contrasted with Aristotle's monism, which saw the soul and body as inseparable. Kenny, 2012. The pineal gland and psychophysiology. To account for the interaction between the immaterial mind and the physical body, Descartes hypothesized that the pineal gland served as the seat of the soul and the point of mind-body interaction. Though this hypothesis is now outdated, It marked an early attempt to localize psychological processes within the brain. Cottingham, 1992. Descartes' interest in physiological bases of emotion anticipated later developments in biological psychology, emotions and mechanical view of the body. In The Passions of the Soul, 1649, Descartes argued that emotions have a physiological basis and can be controlled through reason. He maintained that the body operates mechanistically, akin to a machine, and that understanding its functions could lead to mastery over emotional disturbances. This view foreshadowed the later emergence of behavioral and cognitive therapies. Descartes was one of the first Europeans to assert that the body functions like a machine, subject to physical laws. The mind commands the body, and the body responds accordingly. This mechanistic view of human physiology helped lay the foundation for both neuroscience and behaviorist psychology. Hatfield, 2003. Innate versus acquired ideas. Another significant contribution from Descartes was his theory of ideas. He distinguished between innate ideas, present in the mind from birth, e.g., mathematical truths, the idea of God, acquired ideas, developed through experience and interaction with the world. This division anticipated the long-standing nature versus nurture debate in psychology, which continues to inform discussions about cognition, learning, and personality development. Chomsky, 1966. Conclusion. Descartes' enduring legacy in psychology. René Descartes' philosophical contributions provided the intellectual scaffolding for the development of modern psychology. His dualistic framework separated mind and body in ways that opened new avenues for physiological and cognitive investigations. While aspects of his work, such as the role of the pineal gland, were later discredited, his insistence on rationalism, introspection, and skepticism laid the foundation for scientific inquiry into human thought and behavior. Descartes' influence is evident in modern cognitive psychology, neuropsychology, and philosophy of mind. His assertion, Cogito ergo sum, remains a foundational statement about human consciousness and self-awareness. Write in comment section if you need slides or PDF notes for free. Thank you for watching. Like and share this video. Also subscribe the channel and press on bell icon so you can get more informative video notifications.